Row number 3, the 48J of Justin Shern and the 52 of Jason Wilkinson.
Inside of row number 4 in the 7 car, that is Tony Fetterman. And in the 31X on his outside, that is Nate DeSivey.
Talking to Nate DeSivey earlier, that car, the wrap on it, is actually a throwback in honor of his grandfather who passed away 10 years ago due to cancer. So it showed pictures of his grandpa's old car. It's identical, even down to the troll doll painted on the car. So awesome throwback to in honor of his grandfather. And we're going green with the Hobby Stocks.
As they come into turn number 1, Dustin Jackson in the 22X on the inside, David Miller on the outside. Initially, he's going to go to David Miller down the backstretch. Now coming into turn number 3, Dustin Jackson in second. And then the 7-11 of Bradley Becken in third. Becken's going to turn it down the hill, get to the inside of Jackson now, side by side for second place. Coming into turn number 1 and 2, David Miller still out in front in that 34M. Tony Fetterman getting up into the top 5 in that 7 car now. Justin Shern running in 5th, and Nate DeSivey at the back of the pack.
David Miller with the lead right now. Brady Benkin definitely running hard in second. Right now the battle is on for third between Fetterman and the 22X Dustin Jackson. But Brady Benkin starting to roll in, ease an inch closer to the back bumper of David Miller as they sail down into turn number 3. Track starting to dry out, a little bit of dust coming off the cars. We're going to see 3 laps to go for David Miller right now. Brady Benkin second, Tony Fetterman third, Dustin Jackson fourth, and Justin Shern rounding out that top 5.
And Becken has pulled to the back bumper of your race leader. David Miller going to get to the inside of him now, turn down the hill. See if he can get some momentum onto the front stretch. Not going to happen. David Miller with your race lead, Becken in second, and then Fetterman in fourth with Jackson running 5th. Or excuse me, Jackson in 4th. Justin Shern in 5th, and Nate DeSivey at the back of the pack. Here it comes, though, in a turn number 3. Becken's going to pull side by side. Oh, pushes up the track just a little bit. David Miller, 1 lap to go around the new Raceway Park. Still with the lead. Becken trying to get around the 34M. Lost some traction a little bit as they come into turn number 3. Miller still with the race lead. Becken in second. Going to try one more time here. Going to give him a little shot to the back bumper. Not going to happen. David Miller taking home heat race number 1.
David Miller wins. Brady Benkin second. Third's going to go to Tony Fetterman. Dustin Jackson fourth. Justin Shern 5th. But, man, that got dicey. David Miller got nice and sideways. Benkin may or may not have given him a little shot in the shorts, but no harm, no foul, as David Miller is going to win heat race number 1 for your Coney's Used Cars Hobby Stocks here on Total Motors of Lamar's night. Travis Rammel not making the call, so looks like Phil McKee is going to have a row all to himself.
Smiley didn't make it out for the heat race.
Well, hopefully if he is here on the grounds and was able to make it to the track tonight, whatever's wrong, they'll be able to fix, and we'll be able to get him out here for the feature, as we will have all of these cars in the A main. The only time that there are going to be B mains is going to be for your repairablevehicles.com Tri-State late models, as there are 30 of them. Only 24 are going to start the A, so therefore 6 of them.
We could start all 30, can't we, Rod? All right, but
he
green
says,
flags,
why not?
Green flag's going to come out for heat race number 2 of your Coney's Used Cars Hobby Stocks. Ben Schneider's getting a little squirrely on the front stretch here. That is going to give the 2T of Todd Castor the race lead. Kyle Davis. Oh, as Ben Schneider's every which way but straight. Now gets into turn number 3.
He got sideways, had a little bit of contact with him and the 68Z of Ankrum, and that got him sideways. Great job of getting it back.
Kyle Davis, so hard luck for him Friday night as he rolled right across the street at Park Jefferson. Now finds himself in the lead in that 33 car. The 33 a little banged up, but it's your race leader, Tim Goska, running second. 3 wide coming into turn number 1 for third.
Oh, and there's contact between the 7D7 of Norquist and the 68Z of Ankrum. Todd Castor, unfortunately, getting a little bit of piece of that too, as Norquist got turned into him. Right now, it is Kyle Davis leading, along with the 5G of Tim Gonska second. Third is Zach Ankrum. Fourth is Nordquist. And fifth, right now, is the 34B of Ben Schneider's your pulse here. Oh, we got a battle for lead Bruin right here. Tim Gonska to the inside of Davis. Oh, a little bit of contact as Davis got a little bit sideways. New leader, Gonska. 2 laps to go.
Your 5G out with the race lead now. Kyle Davis sitting in that second spot. Little Zeppi in third. and then Nordquist running fourth. With here comes Todd Castor side by side with Ben Schneider's now coming into turn number 3 as we got a battle for fifth. White flag is out, 1 to go as Phil McKee is around in turn number 2. He's going to pull it into the infield. Oh, he's going to keep going as here comes the 5G. Phil McKee now a lap car to the 5G as he comes into turn number 3 for the final time in Heat Race here number 2. Tim Goska is going to look at the checkered flag. He's going to be your Heat Race number 2 winner. Kyle Davis in second, Zach Ankrum in third. David Nordquist in fourth. Ben Schneider's your top 5.
Oh, that one got a little wild and a little woolly, but you wouldn't expect anything less from the Class 2 Tough to Tame, your Coney's Used Cars IMCA Hobby Stocks.
You mean your Wild Things Hobby Stocks?
Sorry, you're right.
Tough to Tame stock cars.
You're right. I'm just excited to be doing race car things. No fans here in the stands at the new Raceway Park, but for those at home at Advantage Racing TV, there are people sitting in the stands, but they are pit crews for the cars that are racing. Once their car is done, they go back to their pits. We change out with a few others, but otherwise, no crowd in the stands. I hope that changes soon because I got to admit, this is weird.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is a little bit weird, but hopefully things go back to normal soon as we're going to go green flag racing with Heat Race number 3 for your Coney Used Cars Hobby Stocks.
And the green flag's out. Cody Williams is going to take the early advantage. Craig Cliff right to his outside. It's a battle of the 77s on the front row. Dallas Williams not making the call. Oh, Pospisil gets a little bit of contact. Richard Schaefer gets into his left rear. He got sideways and is able to catch it. So Pospisil now in fourth, no harm, no foul. But once again up front, it is the 77W Cody Williams holding out the 77. Craig Cliff. Cliff now to the outside. They're going to pull side by side going down the backstretch. Slide advantage to Williams. They're going to pilot down into turn 3 and 4. Oh, Craig Cliff, he's got something on that high side. They're going to drag race down. Williams by nose is going to lead that lap. But once again, it is still Craig Cliff. Craig Cliff now getting the advantage coming out of 2.
Craig Cliff now with the race lead into turn number 3. Cody Williams in that second spot. Here comes Andy Hoffman though in that 8X. Andy Hoffman has been fast all in 2019 and is now looking to guide his way to the front as well. Meanwhile, we got a side-by-side battle for second spot, side-by-side battle for fourth now. Behind them, between the 35 of Spencer Galloway and the 26X of Tyler Pospisil. Craig Cliff still with the race lead, 2 laps to go, and we're side-by-side for second and fourth.
Dallas Williams, sorry, I do apologize. He was out there, just has a different color car than last year. Black flagged for, it looks like fluid coming out of it, so he will call no joy. Hopefully he'll be back for the feature. But right now it is Craig Cliff seeing the white flag, 1 to go. Andy Hoffman now up to second. Cody Williams in third. Oh, 35 around. That is Spencer Galloway. He is going to drop back, but he is going to keep going. So we are going to stay clean and green. One more time through 3 and 4. Craig Cliff's going to pick up your final Coney's Used Cars Hobby Stock Heat Race win. Andy Hoffman second. Cody Williams third. Fourth is going to go to Tyler Pospisil. And the 40 of Richard Schaefer going to round out your top 5.
So it looks like they're rolling in the track here just a little bit. Jesse Ford now giving him the sign. Neck going green. Next time by side, nose to tail. As I can say this as I'm a driver myself, I hear this to the race receiver all the time. Side by side, nose to tail, no bumping, no jumping to start. Keep it lean and green, guys, and have fun.
Yep, leader sets the pace, which is Robbie Tom, and he is going to set the pace to the green as he's going to take the early advantage. Going down to turn number 1, right now second, Cody Thompson. Now Thompson with a good run off the high side. It's going to go side by side. He's going to take the advantage by 3/4 of a car length going down into 3. As they come out of 4, though, Robbie Tom with another advantage. Not going to happen, though, as Cody Thompson's going to take the early lead. Robbie Tom second. Now we got the battle between the 11, Austin Price, and Luke Jackson. He must have bought a really good bullet to put in that car because he is on a tear. And rounding out your top 5 is going to be Joey Haase.
Luke Jackson, look how high he's going up on the track there, just centimeters away from the wall as he bobbles now a bit coming off of turn number 2. Joey Haase now going to take over that 4th spot. Luke Jackson going to try to turn it down the hill, but out in front, the Sioux City Slayer, Cody Thompson, followed by Robbie Tom in second, Austin Bryce in third, then Joey Haase in fourth, and Luke Jackson rounding out your top 5.
Cody Thompson still with the lead. He's going to see 2 laps to go. Robbie Tom trying to stay in step with him, but Thompson able to pull away ever so slightly, building up a little bit of an advantage. Then it's a sizable advantage between Tom and Austin Price sitting in third. Then, of course, you have the 2 of Joey Haase and Luke Jackson in the 6th. White flag is out, 1 lap to go for the Sioux City Slayer as he heads it back down the back stretch. Gonna sail it down into 3 and 4. And the Sioux City Slayer slays another heat race as Cody Thompson wins. Robbie Tom 2nd. Austin Price 3rd. Joey Haase 4th. Luke Jackson round out the top 5, but who was catching Luke Jackson there? That would be Mr. Rusty Montag, who was on a tear trying to catch up to him.
Luke Jackson taking the way high side of the track, as you saw in turn number 1 there, PJ, almost collecting himself on the wall just in turn number 1. So definitely great to see Luke back out here after a blown motor last night. Looks like Jesse's going to give him the sign green and next time by.
So once again, Brody Spring, Tim Pritchett Jr. on the front row. I'll tell you, I love the look of that car. Brody Spring had a beautiful car last year, but the plain black with the pink, that thing really sets it off this year.
Looks like Devin Peterson not making the call as well, so that puts Mike Kramer inside of row number 2. But green flag's going to come out, and we're Sportmod racing.
Brody Spring's going to take the early advantage down to turn 1. Right now, it is Mike Kramer in 2nd as he slides up, gets in front of Pritchett. It's not a big deal, though. Pritchett sitting in 3rd. Pritchett under pressure from the 7cc of DeMara. Oh, Spring goes high. He is going to lose 1st, 2nd, and 3rd as it's now Kramer, DeMara, Pritchett, and then Brody Spring in 4th. But here comes Greg Hammond and Sharon right there side by side. Oh, contact! Contact between Hammond. Oh! Oh! All right. Contact between Hammond and Spring. Hammond ends up spinning, and unfortunately, the 5'8" Sean High nowhere to go. And Scotty, you know, Greg Hammond named his car Sharon. I don't think Sharon liked that too much.
I don't think so either. Sean Hine doing everything he could to not make contact. Unfortunately, was not the case.
That is your leader, Mike Kramer. 2nd place, Chris DeMara. Tim Pritchett Jr. in 3rd, and Brody Spring in 4th. And, you know, Brody, I didn't quite see if he just jumped the cushion or if the car pushed a little bit, but was leading. All of a sudden, the car went high. The door was open, and much like Daytona or Talladega, the field just went right on by.
So tough break for him. Hopefully they can get back out in the feature here. Mike Kramer taking the green flag, and we're back underway. Mike Kramer lead down in turn number 1. Chris DeMary in that 2nd spot. Brody Spring crossing over the nose of Tim Pritchett. Pritchett back on the outside now. Let's see what he's got coming into turn number 3.
Mike Kramer is going to see 3 laps to go right now as he is starting to build a bit of a gap between him and the 7cc of Chris DeMara. Brody Spring now sitting in 3rd as he is gotten by Tim Pritchett Jr. We'll see if he can possibly reel in DeMara and try to get that 2nd place spot. But right now, Mike Kramer has that Harris chassis set on kill as he is walking away. Of course, 2 weeks ago for his season opener, blew up his motor in hot laps. He was not happy about it. Found out it was a bad batch of rods. Other cars had problems too. He's got a good bullet in there, and she's flying.
And definitely showing it off here in this heat race as we have 2 laps to go. That 53K out in front. DeMara in 2nd in that 7cc. Brody Spring trying to get to that 2nd spot. Not going to happen in this corner. So white flag flies one more time around in Raceway Park. Mike Kramer's sizable straightaway lead on number 2, the Chris DeMara in the 7cc. Brody Spring in 3rd and Tim Pritchett Jr. in 4th. And that's the way that's going to fall here for your finish in heat race number 2.
So Mike Kramer is going to win. Chris DeMara 2nd, Brody Spring in 3rd, although Brody Spring was reeling in DeMara. Maybe a couple more laps, could have been a different story. Tim Pritchett Jr. is going to round out the field in 4th. All right, Scotty, so we are just about ready as they're doing their parade lap. From race control, 1 lap to go. and we are going to send these cars and stars loose on Total Motors of Lamar's night. Also from Race Control, let's do some give and take. Let's not tear up a bunch of cars tonight, boys and girls. I couldn't have said it any better myself. We will see what happens at the end of 14 laps. Once again, Andy Hoffman, Brady Benkin on the front row, and we're green with the Hobby Stocks. And it is Benkin still side by side as they go down into turn one with Hoffman. Neither driver giving an inch. Benkin with about a half a car length advantage. Now Benkin with the total advantage. He's going to take the lead. Hoffman back to second, Fetterman up to third. 3 wide for fourth, fifth, and sixth. Now it's down to 2 wide between Ankrum and Clift. That is your best battle on the track right now as Clift on the high side gets a slide advantage. Ankrum snugs right up to the door of Clift. Nothing doing. Now Clift to the outside of Fetterman. Now 3 wide. Ankrum, Fetterman, and Clift. Ankrum pole vaults himself into that third place spot. And once again, Benkin to the inside of the 8X of Hoffman. We've got them battling all over, Scotty.
Lap car of Phil McKee about to come into contention here as he's going to get the blue flag to move over. Looks like the 77 711 of Brady Benkin with the race lead. Andy Hoffman, a little shot of the shorts coming in turn number 3. Benkin pushes up the track just a little bit. Andy Hoffman to the inside. Who's it going to be? Andy Hoffman leads that lap with Benkin to the outside of him, battling back. Here comes Zeppi now. Little Zeppi, Zach Ankrum in third, Craig Clift in fourth. Tim Gonska, your top 5.
Tim Gonska, where did he come from? As he is now up into that 5th place spot. And now trying to work his way right on the rear bumper of the 77 of Clift. Benkin once again to the inside of Hoffman. Hoffman pushes just a little bit. Benkin able to get about half a car length advantage. They're going to be back side by side going down into 3 and 4. Benkin trying to shake Hoffman. Hoffman not letting it happen. Benkin by half a car length. Benkin, Hoffman, Ankrum, Gonska, and Clift, your top 5.
2 weeks ago, feature winner Craig Clift now finds himself in 5th, trying to get to the front. Gonska to the inside of Zach Ankrum, going to get him a little shot to the left rear quarter to try to get by him. Andy Hoffman still sits in 2nd, but it's going to be Benkin out in front in the 7-11 car. Andy Hoffman still in 2nd. We're side by side for 4th. Tim Gonska on the inside, Craig Clift on the top side. Zach Ankrum now coming into play in that 3rd spot. Clift is going to get around the 5G of Gonska for that 4th spot now. Now going to set his sights on the 68Z of Zach Ankrum. But out in front is Brady Benkin in the 7-11. Andy Hoffman in 2nd in the 8X. Then little Zeppi. Oh, Andy Hoffman get a little slideways, but that's not going to matter. He's going to stay in your 2nd spot. Zeppi and Craig Clift in 3 and 4. Tim Gonska, your top 5.
Yellow is out, debris on the front stretch. We saw something skittering down. It's right up along the wall, just past the flag stand. Not sure what it is, but bring in the caution out. And the top 5 had kind of settled down just a little bit. Brady Benkin still your leader, Andy Hoffman 2nd, Zach Ankrum 3rd, Craig Clift 4th. And I'll tell you, the 5G started 11th and now running 5th. That's Tim Gonska.
Phil McKee waved around to join the back of the pack for the rest of the night. Come A feature time for the rest of these classes.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you what, these guys, there is a little bit of give and take, but they're not letting anybody have any quarter. I'll tell you, this has been an awesome, awesome feature to watch.
Absolutely, as RPM's going to come back up. Green flag's going to come out, and we're back underway. Great start by Andy Hoffman. Able to get it side by side with Benkin for a little bit. Here comes Zach Ankrum. Andy Hoffman and Zach Ankrum beating down each other's doors. And here comes Craig Clift into the mix as well. Clift on the bottom side, Ankrum on the top side. Andy Hoffman says, yeah, I'm not getting in the middle of that sandwich, as he still takes over your 2nd spot. Zach Ankrum still in 3rd, Craig Clift in 4th. Here comes Cody Williams in the 77C car side by side for 5th with Tim Gonska.
I'll tell you what, that whole 6th row really moving up as you got Williams, who is now side by side with Gonska. They started inside and outside row number 6, 11th and 12th respectively. Now they're on 5th and 6th. And we got a yellow. It looks like Phil McKee going around in turn 4. Caution is out with 3 laps to go. App itself is free. Use the same app that we use up here for our lineups. That is My Race Pass. Also a big thank you once again to MedStar Rescue Team, as they are here each and every week, here to help us out at the new Raceway Park. And along with that, Stockton Towing. Cannot thank them enough.
But meanwhile, we're going to go back to green flag racing. Beckett still with the race lead. Andy Hoffman on the low side. Zach Ankrum on the top side. Zach Ankrum's going to take your second spot. Oh, we're 4 wide off of turn number 2, deep in the field. Wow. How did they get through that? 4 wide off of turn number 2, but Beckett's still out in front, and we're side by side for second with Zach Ankrum and Andy Hoffman. Craig Clifton fourth, and Cody Williams your top 5.
Right now, Brady Benkin still leading, Andy Hoffman second, Ankrum third, Clift fourth, and I don't know what happened to Tim Gonska, but he is no longer in the mix, as it is. Oh, something happens to the 33 of Kyle Davis, a little bit of contact, he washes up. Meanwhile, Ben Schneider's gets squirrely down below. Going back, it is the 77W of Cody Williams, and it looks like the 35 also getting involved there as they are battling out for 5th and 6th right now. And 35, Spencer Galloway, started 18th, now trying to work his way into and does work his way into the top 5. As Brady Benkin's going to win, Andy Hoffman's going to be second, Zach Ankrum third, Craig Clift fourth. And I do believe the 77W of Cody Williams is going to round out that top 5. I was so busy looking at the 5th and 6th place
Wasn't
battle.
paying attention to the flag, man. Jesse, we're sorry. We should have known better. So give him a wave and give him a shout. It is your professional concrete's IMCA Sportmods.
All right, so from race control, next time out of 4, we are going to send these 13 Northern Sport Mods off on a 16-lap quest to see who is going to take home the hardware tonight. Once again, it is the Sioux City Slayer, Cody Thompson and Luke Jackson on the front row. RPMs are going to come up, and we're green with the Sport Mods. Cody Thompson off to the early advantage as he's going to lead him down into turn number 1. Luke Jackson in second, but it is Robbie Tom and the 27 of Brody Springs side by side for 3rd and 4th. Chris Tamara now works his way into 5th as they're 3 wide.
3 wide for the second spot. Robbie Tom gonna get to the top side. Brody Sprang on the bottom. Luke Jackson gets shuffled back. Robbie Tom now with the second spot. Sioux City Slayer Cody Thompson on the charge there out in front as he sails it into turn 3 and 4 and now on to the front stretch. Thompson with the lead, Robbie Tom in second, Brody Sprang and Luke Jackson 3 and 4 with Joey Haase in the 2, your top 5.
Oh, Michael Kramer hits the wall, coming down the front stretch and going into 1. It was a shower of sparks. Looks like the car is not hurt though, as he is going to go past the 57 of Tim Pritchett Jr. But wow.
Mike Kramer hitting the wall, snakes and sparklers, as Jerry Van Sickle would say. Out on the front stretch, Mike Kramer trying to get a handle on the 53K, but Cody Thompson still out in front, extending his lead by almost a straightaway. Robbie Tom in second. Here goes Joey Haase on the bottom side. Haase on the bottom side now, side by side, and Brody Sprang for that third and 4th spot. Haase on the inside. Sprang pushes up the track. Joey Haase's going to have the 3rd spot, and Brody Sprang now under attack from the 6th of Luke Jackson.
Joey Haase hooked and booking, started 9th, now up to 3rd, and trying to reel his way into the 1T of Robbie Tom to see if he can get for that 2nd spot. But right now, Cody Thompson with 11 laps to go has checked out. Oh, and we got Tim Pritchett Jr. in the wall in turn 3. Caution is out.
Tim Pritchett, formerly Mike Kramer's crew guy and official over at the Off-Road Speedway in Norfolk, Nebraska, getting back into a sport mod after a few years. He said it's going to take a little bit to knock the rust off, and sadly has knocked himself into the outside wall up in turn 3 there.
1 lap to go at the flag stand, and looks like Tim Pritchett Jr. going to rejoin the field, so apparently they got the car refired.
Glad to see him back out. Just a little push from a push truck, pop the clutch, and you're good to go, right?
Yeah, and it doesn't look like there's any damage, so he might have just lightly rusted it up against the catch fence there.
as RPMs are going to come up. Green flag's going to go back out. We're back A feature racing with the Sportmod. Cody Thompson, great start for the 25C as he's going to regain the race lead off of turn number 4. Well, Tim Pritchett getting into the wall again in turn number 1 this time in the 57 car. But here comes Robbie Tom to the inside. Going to try to get a run on the Sioux City Slayer. Not going to happen. Meanwhile, Joey Haase sits in 3rd, Luke Jackson 4th. And here comes the T1 of Rusty Montang.
Where did Montang come from? Holy cow. Started 11th, now works his way up into 4th. That car is hooking and cooking on the high side as he gets by Luke Jackson. Now he's got his sights set on Joey Haase as he is reeling him in a quick hurry. Could we have someone that's got something for Cody Thompson? We're going to find out. Right now, the T1 Rusty Montang right on the rear bumper. Now he goes to the high side as Joey Haase goes to the low side. Coming out of 2, gets right back on the rear bumper again. This time he's going to look to the low side, try to get underneath Haase. We'll see if he can do it. But look at Robbie Tom. Robbie Tom staying right in step with the 25C of Cody Thompson.
Joey Haase and Rusty Montang starting deeper in the field. These cars are hooking and booking. Oh, so we got a parking lot in turn 2.
Looks like, unfortunately, Sharon got injured as that is the 29G of Greg Hammond. And not sure who the other car is. Possibly the 7cc of Chris Demara.
I can't tell from here, but is the hood missing off of that 29J machine?
It does look like the hood is missing. Looks like the right side door panel and the front end body work is pretty banged up.
I tell you what, though, how big of a battle is it going to be with Kramer, Rusty Montang, and Joey Haase? Those 3 cars hooking and booking here tonight. You think Cody Thompson's going to have some company up front?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Robbie Tom, Joey Haase, Montang, Kramer, they're all right there. Cody Thompson doesn't have this one by any stretch of the imagination. We're back to green. Thompson's going to lead him down into turn number 1. Tom is going to slide up in front of Haase. And looks like Montag trying to get to the inside of Haase, trying to get by him while Tom is being used as a pick. Oh, Brody Spring gets a little sideways, gets up the hill, gathers it back up. We're still racing. Right now, it is still Joey Haase trying to get by Robbie Tom, but it is still Rusty Montang trying to get by Joey Haase. We're coming down, 4 laps to go.
Cody Thompson with the race lead. Robbie Tom in 2nd, Joey Haase in 3rd, and Rusty Montang in 4th with Mike Kramer, your top 5. Montang going to try to pull side by side for that 3rd spot with the 2 of Joey Haase. The T1 started mid-pack, has found himself in 4th now. Joey Haase started mid-pack as well, and he's in 3rd as they're trying to battle it out for that 3rd and 4th spot. Meanwhile, back in the field, Greg Hammond has worked his way up a few spots. Green flag is flying. We're 2 laps to go.
2 laps to go for the Sioux City Slayer, Cody Thompson. Robbie Tom trying to stay in step with him. Then a huge gap back to 3rd place, Joey Haase. Robbie Tom trying to drive it as hard as he can as the white flag comes out. He can gain just a little bit of ground, but not enough to try and mount a challenge. Thompson now out of 2 down the backstretch. He's only got 2 turns to go. He's going to shoot it through 3 and 4. And he'll slay the field. Cody Thompson's going to win. Robbie Tom 2nd. Joey Haase 3rd. Rusty Montang 4th. And Mike Kramer comes back to finish in the top 5. What a race, Scotty.
That it was. Cody Thompson starting on the pole, leading every lap of that A feature. Robbie Tom coming home in 2nd. Joey Haase started 13th and got himself up to 4th. Rusty Montang getting up to the 4th spot as he started 11th.